We're still looking at faith and action. So we're going to read the scriptures. Mark chapter 5:24. And Jesus went with him, and a large crowd followed him and pressed in around him from all sides. A woman in the crowd had suffered from hemorrhage for how many years? For how many years? And had endured much suffering at the hands of many physicians. She had spent all that she had and was not helped at all, but instead had become worse. She had heard reports about Jesus, and she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his outer robe. For she thought, if I touch his clothing, I will get well. She touched the clothing. You are about to hear the living word. I declare you will get well. Amen. The greatest pursuit of man is the power to control his circumstance. The greatest pursuit. There is no greater pursuit of man than the pursuit for power to control his circumstance. Nobody here would like to be under the circumstance. All you are doing, I want to be in charge. It's not a bad thing, because you were given the power of dominion. What God gave you is rulership, not ownership. You are not the owner of the world, you are the ruler of the world. That's why when you put someone in a cage, he will do everything to break out. That is also why our country, after some time, we say we want our own independence. Because the greatest pursuit of man is the power to control his circumstance. That's why, if you even watch, if anything happens around your job, you are really, really threatened. Because you're asking yourself, if they take this from me, how will I be able to control my future? And so, people will do anything to control their circumstance. God saw that thirst in man. Some people will get into power. A certain president of an African country, I won't mention the name of the African country, 85 years, he still wants to contest. "85 years in some places, they have retired." He said, "I still want to contest." You know why? Man loves power. People will join all manner of things to be in power. Even some of us, you love power to the point that you might even begin to dominate other human beings because you want to be in power. God saw that hunger in us, and he answered it in John chapter 1, verse 5-5. So who are the world conquerors, defeating its power? Those who believe that Jesus is the Son of God. That's the Passion Translation. And that translation says, who is the one who is victorious and overcomes the world? It is the one who believes and recognizes the fact that Jesus is the Son of Man. I love the way Message Bible put it. Message Bible said, every God-begotten person conquers the world's ways. The conquering power that brings the world to its knees is our faith. The person who wins out over the world's ways is simply the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. Today, I'm speaking on the power that brings the world to its knees. And I declare that power is at work in you today. Amen. So we're looking at something. We're asking ourselves, you want to overcome. You want to conquer. You want to subdue. You want to prevail. You want to overcome sickness and disease. You don't want sickness and disease to ravage your body. You want to overcome it. You want to overcome different dimensions. You know, when you go to the hospital, you will give God thanks that you're alive. Hospital is testimony. I don't want to be on the bed and then they're putting something on my ear, putting something on my... I want to be able to control what is happening there. And the Bible began to show you how to go about it. So we pick it one after the other. So we're looking at who is the person who will subdue, who will overcome, who will prevail, and who will conquer the world. Before we talk about the person and what the person needs to do, let's now talk about the world. When you hear the word, the world, what exactly is he talking about? He's talking about a system that controls events and arrangements. He's talking about a world order. The world order speaks about the 8 gates of the society, the 8 spheres of the society. He said, if you want to subdue, you want to conquer, you want to prevail over the 8 gates of the society, you need a particular force and you need a particular law. I pray that your eyes will open to it in the name of Jesus. And then the enemy, the devil, came back and began to explain the same principle to Jesus. I'd like us to read it. The enemy came to Jesus in Matthew chapter 4 verse 9. And he says, for the 3rd time, the devil took him to the peak of the huge mountain. He gestured expansively, pointing out all the earth's kingdom, how glorious they all were. Then he said, they are yours. Lock, stock, and barrel. Just bow down on your knees and worship me, and they are yours. While I was looking at these scriptures today, something was telling me the devil was not showing Jesus houses. He wasn't showing him houses. The devil was not showing him cars. The devil was showing him the systems that control the houses, the systems that control the cars, the system that controls stock exchange, and say, look at all of this. The system that controls it, if you want to control that system, there is something you need to do. Bow. The moment you bow to me, I will hand over the system to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the world order is not just going to work and coming back. There is a system that controls going to work and coming back. That's where we're going to. We're talking about the system that controls who will win election in Ekiti. The system that will control, the system that controls the things you drive, the system that controls the cars, the system that controls the houses, all those systems. He says, if you bow down to me and worship me, then I'll hand it over to you. When I looked at that, I asked myself another question. What is it we have in the world? Because it's not just enough to say, I want to get into the entertainment and have the highest sold album. I want to sell in billions. That's not the system that controls it. Selling in billions, good. Selling and being the highest is good. But there is something that controls it. When you get to that system and you're able to control that thing, then you can rule the world. The same way with different aspects of our lives. Call it business. Call it politics. Call it sports. We see the sports. But there is an order, a world order that controls the events, that controls the sports. When God is saying, anyone who is born of God overcomes the world. This is the victory that overcomes the world. What is he talking about? Are you ever going to be in charge of the world order? So let's find out what is in the world. For all that is in the world, the lust and sensual craving of the flesh, the lust and the longing of the eyes, the boastful pride of life, pretentious confidence in one's resources, or in the stability of earthly things, these do not come from the Father, they are from the world. John said, if you look at the world, you're going to see only 3 things. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. How does it play out? If you're going to rule, subdue, conquer, prevail. You must conquer the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life that is in the system where you want to play. I'll break it down. What do you mean by the lust of the flesh? Or what I have called the cravings of the flesh? Listen, the moment you arrive on top of the mountain, many things will begin to give you instruction. Your flesh will tell you, listen, you are in charge. In fact, in this company, you are completely in charge. You can do anything you want with any girl in this house, nothing will happen. Yesterday I was preaching in one of the polytechnics in Edo State. And at the end of the preaching, a girl walked up to my office and was wailing her life out. 21. The lecturer says, oh, you will do internship with me and I will train you. And from doing internship, the lecturer raped her violently. And I asked her, how old are you? 21. How old is the lecturer? 75. Wow. He said he's a grandfather with 2 children. Control, power. Hey, see, the moment you become in charge of a business, you're going to have power. You will have power. Do you know how much power the governor of any state has? That power will either destroy or create. Let's not go too far. Do you know the power an entertainer has? The power the owner of a hotel has, the owner of an airline, the owner of a shipping company. It means that the destiny of those people, you can play around with it. How much power do you have? And now that you have the power, do you know how to subdue, how to conquer the systems you find in that place so that you can really, really rule the world? The first one is the craving of the flesh. Looking at the craving of the flesh, what is it you give your flesh? Consistently, when you get to a point of comfort, my pastor will say everything will begin to give you command. The money will begin to give you command. The accolades will begin to come. People will begin to lie in the name of praises. They will call you who you are not and your head will be big. And when your head is big, what will you do? Listen, even a father in a home has a lot of power over the children and over the wife. He can do and undo over the children, over the wife. In our families, the people who God has helped and now they have finances, they have power, some kind of power. I remember a young man, the villagers, the elders were planning the father's burial. And they were like, we'll do it like this, we'll do it like that, we'll do it like that, we'll do it like this, we'll do it like that. And the boy, this meeting had gone on for months. The boy shows up, he has money. And then he says, all these meeting people are doing, I want the burial, so and so time. And some of the people who work in corporate, they say, this time is not convenient for us. He said, you are not count. Your decisions don't count here. What is counting here is the person that has money. Money is talking. He has power. You see how he used the power. The cravings of the flesh. What are the cravings of the flesh? These are the things you find in the world. Your flesh will tell you, take what does not belong to you. Your flesh will tell you, listen, forget the sanctity of marriage. All these girls are at your beck and call. You have power. What will you do with it? What will you do with it? You'll get to a point where there is so much food that fasting is no more necessary. You get to a point, listen, you have your time, your talent, and your treasure. You can use your time, your talent, and your treasure to worship yourself because you have power. You are the one on the throne. I prophesy over you that when the time comes, you make a different decision. I have power to buy as much, to download how much porn video. I have power. I have data. Now that I have data, I can do as much as I want. I have power to buy any food I want. So even if I need the food or not, I will buy to the point, poverty, I'm coming from a very poor place. I remember the first time they took me to Nikon many years ago. And they brought me, my church member was in charge of posting NYSC. And they brought me to this place, and I saw food, and the food was everywhere. And I asked them, are you going to pay? They said, no, it is serve yourself, eat as you like. Ladies and gentlemen, the poverty spirit showed up. I first of all took the first, may God help us. I'm not talking about poverty or pocket. I'm talking about when you have power and you don't know how to use it. I saw myself, I have power over food. I took one plate, fried rice, jollof rice, coconut rice, pasta, spaghetti, Chinese rice, everything called rice. Some of them, I don't know what it is, I will say, what is it? They say it's rice, put it there. I took another one. I kept that one. I've not eaten it. I took another one and went. I went for all kinds of swallow. I put it back. They were telling me this thing is not good in the eye. I said, if I finish this food today, but this food will know that Katarina came to this place. Now you see that I have power. You see that I was using it. I didn't care whether I was going to waste the food or not. I have put a lot of food, different kinds of food in front of me. I couldn't eat it. And I said to them, can I pack it? They said, how will you pack it? I said, all of them, just put it and eat it like that. It is power. Some of us do not, you have power. Now you can buy food, all kinds of food. How will you use the power? I can go on and talk about the flesh. I can go on and talk about the cravings of the flesh. Your flesh will crave for things. Your flesh, and I want you to remember, when those cravings come, understand that you need boundaries because of who you were created to be. The second thing you see in the world is what they call the fascination of the things of the world, or what they call the lust and the longing of the eyes. What do your eyes see? Job said, I've made a covenant with my eyes. I won't look upon a mate. Why should I look upon a mate? It's not everything that is telling you, see me, that you're supposed to see. Though you have power, let this power not control you. A girl said to me that they told me that a certain group is a Christian group. And I joined. And I kept climbing until I got to the top and discovered I had been at the wrong ladder. Some of us have prayed for something. The thing has come. You have discovered that it's not tasting as sweet as you thought it would taste. This is the marriage you didn't allow anybody to hear. This particular marriage. The marriage has come now. Where are you running to? We told you wait. Wait. You said, I'm in a hurry. I can't wait. I need to finish on time. Now you are there. This is what it is. Friends, when you get into, you see this testimony, this prophetic word that they are giving to you. At the combined service, Pastor Ben began to play the prophetic word that Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo gave and Bishop Francis Waloke gave. All those prophetic words, one day is going to come into convergence. You will discover that you are living in the day that has been prophesied. I pray that when that day comes, that you are also strong on the inside to use your power properly, that you won't use your power to cause harm. Yes, I want you to win an election. And I'm also praying for us that when you win, it will not only be street light that you will give us. What do you see with your eyes? When we come for management meeting, you have seen the secretary. She is your she's your secretary. Her job is administration. Anything more is abuse of power. There are things your eyes will see. Listen. It's not every open door that is your door. It's not every opportunity that is your opportunity. It's not every breakthrough that is your breakthrough. It's Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much. So let me add it. It's not every girl that is your girl. It's not everything that is your thing. It's not every money that is your money. You have time. You have talent. You have treasure. And then you have eyes. What will you use your time to do? Considering your eyes. What do you see? You have time. Now that you have seen it, how do you steward your time so that you will come to 1 John chapter 5 verse 5? It says, the lust and the longing of the eyes. The eyes is always seeing. Listen to me. We must get to a point where people's things don't enter your eyes. You don't come to church and see someone with a particular car and say, I begin to falabahos. I claim it. I covet it. I key into it. I like all of that. But let there not be greed in your heart. Some of us, you see people together, you already carve out a story about their lives. You don't know them. You don't know anything about them. But you are just envious about them. So you decide to say something that will bring them down. Because you think, when I bring them down, I will go up. The lust of the eyes. The lust of the eyes. What do you do with your talent? What has your talent helped you to do? Listen, I pray for you today. My endless prayer is that your power, the power that you have, will not destroy something in your life. Yeah. Imagine if you lost someone, and the reason you lost someone was because you gave the person, you have money to buy a particular thing, but the person is not supposed to take that thing. But you have it in excess, and you gave it to the person. How do we manage with drugs? How can I use my money to buy something that will ruin my life? Watch what you see so that you can begin to navigate yourself properly in the things you see. Because these are the things that you have in the world. Pastor Ben will always tell me, listen, when you are at the foot of the mountain of entertainment, even at the foot of the mountain of science and technology, it doesn't feel the same until you get to the place where you know that you are in control of power. That's when you will know whether you are really a child of God or not. And then the next one, it says, the boastful pride of life. The three things in the world. Where I feel that my resources, you have confidence in your resources, and you have confidence in the stability of the things on earth. That scripture I read for you, the Bible said she has spent all her money. So she was a woman of means. Money cannot solve every problem. She was a woman of means. She has spent all her money. When I was coming out this morning, and the Lord said to me, don't forget to tell the people. Your faith should not be when you feel that someone is not feeling well. Your faith should not be in the money you have to treat the person. Because if money could treat, if money could save, there are some people who have died today, they would not have died. Some of us, when something happened, your confidence and your faith is in the money I have in the bank. The money I have in the bank can solve this problem. Your money does not have the power to solve some problems. This woman had all the money. She has spent all the money she had. She had nothing left. I pray for you that something will not come and destabilize you. Oh my God. Let's tie it up. Where do you base your faith? The boastful pride of life. Do you know who I am? Do you know the power? I have a friend who was telling me, he said one of his friends became the governor of a state. After some time, the friend called him. He said, oh boy. He said, I didn't realize how much power I had until when I sat in that place. He said, my head became big. When I realized that with a pen, I can send someone to die and it's not sin. With a pen, I can bring someone out of the prison. With a pen. With a pronouncement of mouth, I can get all the bikes to stop. With a pronouncement of mouth, I can decide when you people wake up and leave your house and when you come back. I will call it coffee, dusk to dawn coffee. I can decide from now, everybody will be waking up by 12. You leave your house by 12. If you want to know whether I have power, the boastful pride of life, pretentious confidence in someone's resources. I have money. I have power. You know who I am. That's what that guy that's supposed to play with Colossians, that's what that was. They left him in the bench 5 minutes to the end of the game. That was when they played with Nigeria. And they called him, Mario, come and play. He said, me, come and play. You know who I am. You put all these small boys who are not natural strikers. They played for 85 minutes. When it is time, me that is the king of the game, you are calling me to play. I will not play that game. You know why he did that like that? He felt without me. Some of us play gods in the lives of other people. Without me, let me see how far you will go. As long as I'm not in this, let me see. And even when they were calling him, the coaching staff were calling him, go and apologize. Apologize to who? Do you know my talents? Do you know my skill? Do you know who I know? Without me, they can't go anywhere. And even when they asked him to leave, he left and began to post to show I'm enjoying myself. Because in his mind, all of you will soon come and meet me here. You are not going. Listen, you are not someone's God. Don't play God because you do not have anybody's script in your hand. I have discovered that sometimes the tree, the leaf, you think that when it falls, it will fall like this. Before it gets to the ground, my enemies do not laugh at me, because once I get to the ground, even if a righteous man falls how many times, the Lord will pick him up. Sorrow may last all night, but joy comes in the morning. My name is Daniel. If you put me inside a lion's den, you think you have won. Go and sleep. Sorrow may last all night, but joy is going to come one morning. I don't know whom I've come to prophesy and speak to. I haven't come to preach to you. I've come to talk to everyone who have been waiting. You have been on a waiting place, waiting for something to happen. And this person came and passed. And this person came and passed. It's like when you are traveling. Oh my God, I don't know how I got here now. Oh, we are traveling. And then someone is running fast. And the person would overtake you. Pew! And you're seeing the person's back, and you're still waiting. Another person comes, and boom, you are still waiting. Another person comes. He says, I will bear you on eagle's wings. How will I get there? I don't know. But, oh God, I want you to hear me. I want you to take your faith off what you can do, what you have learned. I want you to take your faith. Let your confidence be in God. Let your confidence not be in the power you have acquired. Let your confidence not be in your connection. Let your confidence not be in what you can do. Listen, the life of a man is like grass. That guy was sure that he had written the game. He was sure. He called himself God. In his mind, they can't go anywhere without him. I've come to prophesy to you. Your life is hidden with Christ in God. This is the victory that overcomes the world. It takes our faith to go from the part of nonsense to a part of something. And he was putting pictures. See me, I don't come. He was putting the pictures to indict the coach. To let the coach know you have made a mistake. You know who I am. 3 things in the world. Listen, he has come to convergence in sports. And he saw himself, I got power. I got resources. I have power to get any girl. I have power to buy any car. I can go to vacation anywhere I want in the world. I can go when I want because I have the kind of visa. I can travel around the world. I don't even have a Nigerian passport. I have an American passport. I can just... All this was his confidence. But there is someone, you don't see him, but we see all his good works. So he was walking with the club. You know, yesterday in Auchi, and they were playing with France. I slept off. By the time I woke up, in my mind, who are they playing with? England. In my mind, I've heard about England all my life. I told myself, England will beat these people like you beat a child. The Lions, they will beat them and speak English upon their head. Am I God? Am I the one that wrote the script? Listen to me. Everybody, you must have where you have put your mind. Oh. An old woman used to tell me, he said, Katarina, where you knock mind is important. Some of us, you knock mind for what your father, what your brother that has power to do. Take your mind from there and place your confidence in God. I look up to the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Though he slays me, yet will I wait for him. Or if a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed shall I wait till my change come. You may not see my change. You may not see my change. But I see my change on my inside. It doesn't look like it's coming. the possession of status and importance, take your eyes off it. Pastor Ben will tell you, when money grows, take your eyes off it. Firm builders, there is great prophecy over your lives that you are resource persons for the nations of the world. Let's begin to train ourselves for where we are going, so that when the time comes, we won't begin to play gods. And today, they will be playing. Whether they win or don't win, the fact about it is, his name is not in the history of that game. I bow my knees on this floor. I prophesy over you. You won't use your hand to destroy your future. Finally, if you have control over the pride of life, and you have control over what you see with your eyes, look at what is going to happen. Look at what's going to happen. The victory that overcomes the world. What is it? To believe that Jesus is the Son of God. What do you truly believe? What do you believe will take you over? I remember when I was a little child, I had a very wealthy father. And very proud heritage. Very proud. Very proud. Our entire confidence was in the fact that my father was powerful. Confidence. So when you are talking to someone, you are talking to someone with who you be, where they come from, who you know, what thing you will get, where you don't travel to, you don't bath. We talk to people with this, give me the accolades. I paid my dues. I paid in full. Give me the accolades. We had our nose in the air. We believed something. Where we believed in the riches of our dad. How many of us today, you believe in something, but you believe in your strength? You believe in the Ponzi scheme. You believe that the Lord will supply your riches, the Lord will supply your needs according to the riches of the Ponzi scheme. How many of us, your entire faith is in your salary? You say, they have just promoted me. They have just promoted me. They have just promoted. I came all the way to say to you, none of these things should you put your faith in it, because they are not the victory that overcomes the world. One of my daughters told me, she said she went to the hospital and they were saying some things that demanded that she would go for surgery. And I looked at her and I said in my heart, this surgery has been cancelled before. And I said to God, on your power, this will not happen again. She called me. She has gone back. The thing they saw for which she's supposed to go for surgery, they are looking for it. She's looking for it. Everybody is looking for it. Tonight or this afternoon, my knee touches this ground in honor. I prophesy to Firm Foundation. I have heard prophecies about you. I have heard prophecies about you. Firm Foundation, I prophesy over you. There's a prophetic word that says, anything you fall on, you will break it to pieces. I have heard about you, that nations will gather to your land. Princes will come. Take your faith, take your confidence, take your belief from what you think you can do, what you think you have achieved, who you think you know, and place them, take them away from status and importance, and begin to place them on the fact that Jesus is the Son of God. What just that simply means is that you know that I am a son of God. And if I am a son of God, this is the victory that overcomes the world. The victory that overcomes the world is not my status, it's not my importance, it's not what I can do. The victory that overcomes the world is our faith. Everybody rise on your feet.
To order for copies of this message or other series by Ben and Kay Akhigbe II, please visit the Firm Exchange at number 5 Origbeni Street off Idenya Road off Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. You could also contact us via our telephone numbers 080-510-28787, 070-630-888, 696-96499. You could send us an email on info@femfoundationg.org, or you could visit our website on www.femfoundationg.org. Thanks and God bless.